All right, so why was the GM bailout important? And I'm going to tell you real quick what it was and why that they did it. Um, they did it because of national security. And a lot of people think that that's crazy. We don't need this stuff anymore. Okay, and we don't need national security. We don't need war machines. We don't need any of these things. But honestly, all the so you can remember, a lot of people forget all the factories in the United States became war machine factories. They made tanks, they made bombs, they made all the things that we use to defend ourselves in the war. And if we didn't have those factories in place, we would be all wearing swastikas and SS's, because we would be Germans right now, because they would have taken us over. And you might say, oh, well, that wouldn't happen. People were revolted, whatever. I don't know. Okay, but if your government's that way, it's kind of hard to fight against them, especially when they take away all your weapons. So from that standpoint is what I think that the right thing to do was to bail out GM, even though I don't agree with bailing out companies like that. It's mainly for the facility. So if we got rid of all those manufacturing facilities, we would have no place to make. We would not be able to defend ourselves, because you can't just make a factory overnight like that. Those big factories that they make cars in, and all that machinery inside there and everything else and tooling. You're not going to just make that stuff overnight. You just can't do it. It takes years and years to do. So should they bail out them again? I don't know. I don't know what the solution is. Should they, buy up the factory land? I don't know. Should the government, actually, I think GM owns, should give the government the land of their places if they shut those places down. But you might say, well, we don't need those anymore. We have the internet now. We can communicate with other people. All right, just look at it from this standpoint. And this is a bigger scale than this. Move into a shitty neighborhood. Take all the bars off the windows. Throw away all your guns. Leave the doors unlocked. How long do you think it's going to take before you get robbed or killed? Not long. Okay? It's the same way in a national sense. If you get rid of all our potential ways to defend ourselves, some other country is going to, there's a lot of bad people out there. Okay, there's bad countries out there. There's bad people that run them. We would have no way to defend ourselves. They would see us vulnerable. They would come into our country and try and take it over. So don't think that can't happen. It still can. National defense is important. Okay, it's something that we have to just have there. It's like, just have it there and ready, so that it's, that it just keeps everybody in check. So anyway, should they bail out GM again? I don't think so. But then again, what do we do? How do we get those factories, keep them in operation for something? It's not just about American jobs. It's about national security. So I think that's why that they did it in 2008, and I think that's why it was necessary, even though I didn't agree with bailing out corporations. But those corporations actually are used to defend our country in time of need. And that's exactly what happened back in World War II. Do the history lesson. Check it out. Talk to you in the next video. Please like, share, and subscribe.